What's up, machas and machis? Back to this again with 11 o'clock with Jihan and
Hi.
Yuvern. In today's episode, we are going to talk about
Tech. Oh, yes, tech. Hello, everybody. Hi, Jen. How are you?
I'm doing great. Sorry if I'm looking like a little bit like oily, like I'm sorry. It's late in the night. We're trying to look hella fine for you guys, but it doesn't always work out.
Wow, the cringe. But no, we look just fine. You look just fine, and you look great too. Hopefully. Okay. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm doing okay too, even though you didn't ask.
Oh wow, I'm sorry. Okay, for the past few episodes I've been asking you, hey Yuvan, how are you doing? Okay, this time I forgot to ask. Okay, I'm sorry. Damn, it's petty AF.
It's fine. Okay. Anyway, okay. Wait. Time this before we kickstart today's episode. Let's try going over the segment we decided to implement. Of asking each other what our last meal was. So Jen, what did you have for dinner?
Oh, I had sambar with soru, so rice. What is sambar in English? Lentils?
Lentil curry. Yeah.
Yeah, lentil gravy.
Yeah.
Okay. Lentil curry. There was supposed to be tahu
Yeah.
sambal, but it finished, so I was like quite disappointed. There was chicken varuval that Amma made yesterday. Oh man, the leftovers still taste great.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had lots of kalangu and carrot, like that came in the sambar. It was great. What about you? What did you eat?
Of course, leftovers. There's something about leftovers. Something about leaving the food in the freezer, letting it ionize, and coming back out makes it so much more tastier for some reason. No, but for real. Like, have you tried leftover biryani? Like, it's the best. It's better than freshly cooked biryani. Okay, wait. For dinner, I had oh my god, I had leftover sodi from the day before. Like amma, I didn't know it was still there, but like there was. And fun little thing that I have to do on today's episode. Amma watched our episode 2 and told me to clarify that me saying coconut curry was wrong. It's coconut soup, because apparently like it's not a curry. Yeah, don't get me to explain what the difference between a curry and a soup is, but so this water based, hence a soup, but curry is also water based, but I don't know.
How is Amma's explanation directly relevant to me trying to figure out whether sambar is...
Yeah, exactly.
What are the odds?
Weird parallels in the universe, like just somehow come together. Oh my god.
Now that you mentioned parallels to the universe, like you even called me earlier, and I don't know. Normally when we pick up, like I just say, "Hey, what's up?" But like I just happened to sing this song before even saying hi. I sang this song. It's a Tamil song from the movie Taleva. It goes like this, okay? Like it goes like Kandangi.
No, it was the other song. Vanakkam. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Vangana.
Yeah.
My song and Kelungana. And apparently, okay, you tell your side.
Right. So I just got done with the call, and I was calling Jian. I was picking up his call. I was calling him back actually, and I had in mind to sing that same song when he picked up. But unfortunately, when I started singing, the line got a bit like disrupted due to the connection, and like all I heard was him singing it, and he couldn't hear me sing it. But we were doing exactly what we wanted to, like the same exact thought put together, and we were like, yeah.
Oh, like were we just like on the same frequency when you called me? Like, what is this?
It was crazy. Damn. Oh my god, gee. Okay, I have to tell you something that happened today. So Appa came back and he bought back some murtaba, right? He bought back some murtaba and some cheese tarts, right? And I was just got up from my afternoon nap, and I was going down and I was having my tea. So I put my food on my plate, and it was raining outside, so it's a beautiful thing, hot murtaba, rainy season, eating while watching TV, it was perfect. And Max came in to join us. Max, if you all do not know, is my dog. I have a dog, and his name is Max. His full name is Maximus Sundram. Super cool guy. You can check him out.
I did not know
You
that.
can check him out on my Instagram at Jihan Sundram. And anyway, back to the story. I was having fun eating my murtabak, and Max was begging for some. And I always give in to him begging. Like all he needs to do is just look at me, and I know that half my food is going to go to him. And so what I did was I decided that okay, I'll eat first, and I'm going to put it in your bowl because I'm not going to feed it to you now. And I see Amma talking to somebody when I look back, right? And I was like, okay, sure, like I'll just smile at them. And through and behold, I like walk out while Max is running behind me, jumping and everything. And I look out, and guess who, G? It was Puan Shanti at the gate. Yeah.
No way.
It was Puan Shanti.
Oh,
I
damn.
stood still, and then the first song that played in my head, oh Shanti, Shanti. Like the whole sequence just took place like that. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm in my rugby shorts and everything. So I was like, damn it, how do I go now? And then so I had to like slowly sneak through to the other side of the porch, put Max's food, sneak back into the house. But my god, yeah, she was standing outside talking to Amma, and I was like, how does things like this happen? And for those of you who don't know, Puan Shanti used to be our discipline teacher and prefect teacher in high school. And she was standing in front of my gate, and oh my god, I was just fingers crossed that she hasn't told all the shenanigans we got into when we were in high school.
Sad vela, How many times you got called rebellious discipline?
For being a very good boy. But actually no lah. Come on. I was the class monitor, that's why I was in the village discipline a lot.
Sure.
Hey.
Anyway, it must have been hella romantic for you, like you were in your rugby shorts, it was raining, you were in this nice mood, and like suddenly Puan Shanti shows up and a nice romantic song from Varanamayiram starts playing in the background.
So Jihan, no, let's not. For the mere possibility that
Moving
anybody
on.
watches this, like anybody who knows her watches this, I'm not going to risk continuing the conversation. But like Puan Shanti, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Really missed seeing you, and it was very nice. Look beautiful as always.
I miss Puan Shanti. I miss all the high school teachers.
Yeah, I miss all of them. I miss all of our high school teachers. Jesus. Who do you think had the most,
We should,
the
like, pay
biggest
attention to
impact on you as a teacher? Like if you have like a story you say, like to share with all of us.
Miss Gore. Definitely Miss Gore.
Definitely, yeah. If you had asked me, I was going to say Miss Gore as well. Miss Gore was our interact teacher. A beautiful, beautiful woman. Oh my goodness. She makes me.
You could just like spend 5 minutes talking to her, and your day just gets better. Like, it's such a bright, warm soul that.
And like she does this thing where
She
she
just
holds
gives you
our
peace.
head like this,
That's all I
like
can
and
say.
blesses us every time we go and see her. Oh my goodness! I used to. Oh, it was such a heartwarming feeling every time she did that and she spoke to us. And I remember the last you saw her last a couple years back, right? And she teared when she saw you. And oh my god, when I hear the story, even I wanted
Last
to tear.
year.
Like, I miss her so much.
She misses us so much, and she wants to see us. And
we should definitely go and see her.
When no one wants to see her is over.
Oh my god, Miss Gore, beautiful lady.
Okay.
All right.
So, Yuvern, what are we going to talk about in
Right.
today's episode?
Today's-
Our intro was like 10 minutes long, but
It's okay. We have a lot of catching up to do, especially since you're our new friend. There's a lot of catching up you have to do with like things that we've been through. By new friend, I'm referring to our audiences. Like they're all our macha and machis,
this guy. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So on today's episode,
It's like they're.
Sorry. This stupid latency.
Sorry, I was just gonna say it's like they're sitting in the room with us, and we are like telling the story.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. So on today's episode, we're going to be discussing technology. Technology. Yeah, we just wanted to touch a bit on technology and like what we see currently and what we anticipate to happen in the next few years it's always been an interesting topic for us. And a little backstory, right before, just one more backstory, was that when Jihan was in Canada and I was back here, we would plan and meet up at the oddest of hours because of there's a 12-hour time difference from where we geographically are. And we would meet at like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., even if it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon for me, or 1 a.m. in the afternoon. We would meet up for live events for smartphone launches. So like the Apple events, the Google events, Huawei's events. And we would sit and watch them together on video call just like this while watching the live stream and sharing our thoughts on it. And my God, the dedication though.
Yeah. Damn. Better than any relationship.
Yeah. Let's not. Relationships are great and beautiful.
Yeah.
We're just joking. Honestly, we're just joking because we appreciate every relationship we've had. Like, I know we say and we make these jokes, but like hand to chest. Like, we mean hand to heart. We mean it. Like we mean well. Oh God. Okay. So tech.
I think our audience knows that already. But yeah, back to the point.
Tech.
So we would sync our times to wake up. Like if it was night for him or if it was night for me, we would meet at that specific time, video call each other and watch the launches for our smartphones. I think we did the Google Pixel 4, we did the
P40, the Mate 30
Pro?
Yeah, the P40, Apple's iPhone 11, Samsung's S20. We covered a lot.
Yeah. The only thing we missed was the OneNote.
OnePlus 8. Yeah. Still sticking with note taking. I see with the whole OneNote and all.
Hey, yeah.
OneNote, best app for note taking.
It's great on the. But it works so nice if you have a pen. Like if you have a device that supports a pen and you can write on the screen. Like for example, I'm using a Surface Pro 7 that comes with a pen. Not comes with a pen, that you can buy a pen separately and use one. And I've been using it for my classes, and it's been a good experience once you get used to using it.
It's not the same as writing on paper, but I mean, the benefit of writing on the Surface outweighs writing on paper any day for me personally, and for him too as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? For me, I still feel like writing on paper is nicer. I just feel like it's more convenient writing on this because I can open separate windows and stuff. But I feel like writing on paper, I could never write a poem or write a story on the screen. I would have to write it, or song lyrics. I'd have to write it down on a piece of paper. For some reason, I feel some kind of a connection. I don't understand really what's the biology or the physics behind it, but you get my drift.
Oh my God. Yeah, definitely. Maybe for me, I just prefer it on doing it on the cloud or even typing it out just for mere convenience, that I can pick up my smartphone and look at notes. I don't need to worry that. So personally now, being back home, I left a lot of my textbooks and my notes in college, but at the same time, like, a lot is actually a little in reality because most of my stuff are on the cloud. So I just need to turn on my laptop and everything's accessible there. So I don't feel like I'm missing out too much other than my physical textbooks that I can't get online. So it's been like a cost-benefit thing. But anyway, I actually wanted to start off with this thing, that even this video right now that we're recording is through our smartphone. And that is just one of the thousands of things that we use our smartphones for. And you know, it's from sending a text, keeping up with friends and family, video calling, that also we are doing right now, and pretty much everything that you can think of is done with our smartphones. It could be done with our smartphones anyway. Like, imagine the fact that long distance relationship now works through video call and not writing letters, waiting 3 weeks for it to arrive. Like,
send a picture.
Like, go. Oh my God.
3 days later, my love.
Pigeon shit on the letter. Pigeon shit. Yeah, but exactly, now it's literally a fingertip away. And Jin and I were discussing prior to this call that where does this stop? Where does the innovation stop for a smartphone, you know? Like, if it can do so much for us right now, will there come a point where it reaches saturation, where it reaches a point of like where it no longer becomes a smartphone, where it becomes something more than a smartphone? And because of that, we have an ongoing bet going on that in the year 2025 there won't be a thing as a smartphone anymore. I'm against it. I think the smartphone will still exist in 2025, but Jian feels like the smartphone will evolve into something else. Do you want to explain it?
You give a very bad iteration of what,
I'm sorry. Okay. I'll let you.
I said in 2025 smartphones will become so evolved that right now smartphones can do pretty much anything, and the steps for evolution in terms of the smartphone industry have gone, like, they're jumping leaps. And it's not that they can jump even further. It's not that the tech doesn't exist. It's that they want to take their time so that they can make more money. They can milk as much money out of it as possible. And of course, there are also companies that actually dedicate their time and money to building the best possible product. And I think that by the time of 2025, that smartphones will become obsolete, because it would have transformed into a device that no longer needs to be held in the hand. That it would transform into some other form. It can be tangible, it can be intangible, it can be in your implanted into your head, like some kind of a chip, or I don't know, like a sleeve or a glove. Like, maybe, I don't know, that, like, if you want a video call, you can emit a hologram and you can talk to your friend. Like, I don't know. But I just think that the concept, the device that you hold in your hand, that concept of a smartphone will become obsolete by the year 2025.
And I feel like I disagreed, because I felt like there was a lot more room that especially the smartphone industry is going to take advantage of, to fully juice out the consumers' money, pretty much, like as
not a diss at Apple.
I mean, okay, here's the thing with Apple. We are not Apple haters. We appreciate Apple for their video quality. Even right now, if we had the option, we would definitely pick the iPhone to make this video recording right now. There's just no beating the quality of an iPhone's video recording. We are not iPhone haters. The only thing that we hate on the iPhone is that they lack the innovation that they could have, given the size of the company, given their research and development team. They take so much time on their evolution of their iPhones, and they make such small incremental changes in their iPhones that makes us question that how much, like, just because people are so devoted to the iPhone, they are just taking advantage of the whole situation and not fully utilizing their resources to give what could be the best possible option. And as much as this company is a controversial company, Huawei seems to be doing the exact opposite, where every little thing that they can get on a smartphone, they throw it in, even if it's a gimmick feature, even if it's not a gimmick feature. They're giving their consumers the most jam-packed feature smartphone, and we have to appreciate them for it, even though it's not to the top notch of the quality. Some, especially us, our preferences always lie with trying out new things, seeing what's as new in the industry as we can. Like, if we can get our hands on the most latest tech, that's what we want. Not seeing wireless charging come to an iPhone and like 5-watt charging or 15-watt fast charging. Like, come on. Like
I think it boils down to two groups of people. Those who don't mind having the first generation version of some kind of a gimmick. They call it gimmick. Some
new
kind of
feature.
A utility. A new feature that comes with your smartphone. Like, people like us, we'd be down to test some new feature on a phone any day, even if it's not even if it's not to its full capabilities yet. And there are some people who would prefer it to be at its best possible form before they want it on their phone. And I think that's fine, I guess. There are different kinds of people who have different preferences.
And that's kind of why our preference lies against Apple users. But I mean, I can't deny that we indulge in a little bit of dissing, you know. Literally right now, like literally right before this call, I saw a meme. Imagine this YouTuber was destroying people's Androids and handing out their iPhone, and then one of the top comment was, literally breaking people's leg and giving them a wheelchair.
I saw that one. I saw that one. I knew you were going to say
It
that.
was so good. Oh Jesus.
Oh man.
I mean, okay. Difference of opinions. Let's agree to disagree here. But that's the thing, right? That's the thing.
Yeah.
The smartphone industry has been something that I've been following from the first Nexus, I guess. Like I remember just looking at the first Nexus phone, and I was like, whoa, it was a Google phone. And then I got interested into Android, and then it just led on and led on and led on. And I remember when the OnePlus One came out, that was almost 7 generations ago, and just seeing how a company evolves. You know, they were the.
Was that your first ever
Sorry?
smartphone? The Nexus?
I
Was Nexus your first ever smartphone?
no. Actually, fun fact: being a tech enthusiast, the first smartphone I had was a Galaxy Young when I was 17 years old. Because prior to that, I wasn't allowed a smartphone because of my parents.
Indian household
Yeah.
things.
Before that, I used to have literally a Nokia 3310 just in case I got lost. Yeah, the Galaxy Young was a hand-me-down phone, off a hand-me-down, and my God, yeah. But just seeing the evolution of the company, you know, OnePlus One was a flagship killer phone, flagship killer smartphone company, and now they make actual flagship phones with flagship prices. Like seeing companies evolve as such, and then the Samsung, which pretty much throws a phone at every price point they can get to reach any audience from the lowest of budgets to the highest of flagships. But don't you? What do you feel like the smartphone industry is lacking? If you ever thought about it, do you ever feel like the smartphone industry is lacking something?
To answer your question, okay, first I would have to give a backstory. So I started off using an iPhone 5S.
Right.
That was my first ever smartphone. I moved from Apple to Android over time. I had 5S, I had a 7, and then I jumped to Samsung S9, and now I'm using the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. The S9 is what's recording this video right now, and the Huawei is what I'm using to video call Yuvern right now. And by far, I feel like with the devices that I have, I can do pretty much anything. I can surf the net in minutes, in seconds. I can video call you in seconds. It's hard for me to imagine what I want beyond this, because I have yet to experience it. I've yet to experience that curiosity. But if you were to ask me what I really want, I want to be able to put on a pair of glasses and like freaking Sherlock Holmes my way through life, you know? Not having
A mind
to even
palace
type out a
glasses,
Google search. Yeah. Like I don't have to type a search. I want to be able to have some kind of a contact lens or whatever. I know a lot of people are against this. I know a lot of people don't really like this concept, but I want to be able to put a chip in my head that allows me to upload data and download data. And this is just the Black Mirror in me, okay? The Black Mirror enthusiast in me, and it will change the face of humanity. That's all I can say, because the second we find a way to download consciousness into tangible devices, it's gonna change the face of the earth. And that's what people call the movement toward the point of the singularity or whatnot, the evolution of mankind. We'll talk about that in a different episode, like we're getting off track. But if there was anything in simple terms as to what I wanted to see, it would be something that could help humanity progress for the better, something that could help us understand each other better, something inclusive, something to help us converge towards peace.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a very very broad answer, and I mean I appreciate it, because that's how you vision technology, right? To no longer just be a tool in our pocket, but to be a tool that becomes a part of us. To become bionic would be the dream. Like honestly, to be able to expand this brain into a physical computer and export files out to store memories, and that would change the medical industry. Like Alzheimer's, what is that? I just need to go and search now. Like stuff like that. And I mean, and it's amazing. I have to say, so for me personally, my vision I'm going to answer, since you spoke about the long term venture of where the smartphone industry goes. I'm going to look slightly shorter and modules. What I see in the future of smartphone, hopefully, is modules. So there was a project once that they had that Google unfortunately killed, but I would love for the project to come back alive. I will definitely link the project video in the description because I can't remember it for shit now. But anyway, they had a smartphone that you could insert modules into and make and build your own smartphone. And when you upgrade it, there's no such thing as buying the next generation of a phone anymore. It's literally just taking out the old camera port and putting in the new camera module, and you've got yourself a new upgraded flagship phone. And that would change the smartphone industry. Like, everything would change, you know? And that is something I see.
Apple has lost,
Yeah,
if that ever happens.
yeah, exactly. But it comes at a cost. It's almost as if that is up for innovation, but a down for corporate profits. Because people are no longer going to be spending thousands of dollars on new smartphones. They're going to be spending maybe $100 on a new port. And maybe that's not what the corporate industry would want, because it's going to drastically change the way profit works. But me as an enthusiast would love to be able to just like take the new smartphone hardware and plug it into a phone that I bought 5 years ago and have it run smoothly. You know, it would be amazing. Like, upgrade the storage, let's change it. Like, it's something I love and I would love to see. And yeah.
That would change the concept of technology and technological.
A modular smartphone. My God.
We hope to see that since Wawasan Duoplo has failed. No flying cars outside my window.
Oh yeah, I don't see anything outside.
So, wait, is it Wawasan Duoplo 4 now? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think it's a thing. If I'm not wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I hope to see progress in terms of what Yuvern said. I can't reiterate everything that Yuvern said, but I like to see that happen. And now we're reaching the end of the 27-minute mark of this episode of 11 o'clock.
Time flies, dude. Time flies.
It's just that we are tech enthusiasts, and Yuvern is a bigger enthusiast than I will ever be. Like, Yuvern has been obsessed with technology ever since he was a kid. That's just who he is, and I honestly love that about him. Like, I learned so much from him. And every time I even consider getting a device, I have to ask him first. I have to consult with him. He will do the research. He will tell me the pros and cons, and being best friends with Yuvern has its perks.
Oh my God. Its perks. And I mean, if you're a tech enthusiast, this will definitely be one of many more episodes where we are going to be discussing tech, because it's a hot topic among the both of us. And I mean, as a final note, I guess the smartphone industry is one that we're very hopeful for. I definitely see it replacing a lot of hardware personally. Like, I expect it replacing laptops and desktops, where at the end of the day, you will no longer need a CPU. You will essentially just need a monitor and a keyboard, and just chuck in your smartphone or put it over a table, and your laptop, your desktop just appears in front of you. And that's how we see this future. And do you have a final note, Jay?
That is kind of the vision that I wanted to have. Say, like, right now I'm in the midst. I'm sorry that we're taking so long. This is going to be long. I was trying to build a PC setup in my room with 2 monitors and whatnot, and it's still much in the works. I still have to save up some money and get all the parts. But I wanted something that right now I'm using a Surface Pro. I wanted to be able to put my Surface Pro to power up the 2 monitors, and it becomes my PC. You know, so I don't know if that's even possible.
But you can.
That's kind of similar to what
but you can see it slowly evolving.
you were saying?
Just before we go. But you can slowly see it evolving. Like, it started off with laptops literally like this. And then now there are devices like the Surface Pro, and which is almost like like in between, you know, like tablets, like iPads, and so on and so forth. And you can slowly start to see the groove. You got, who knows? Maybe in the next 5 years, all that would be left is a 6-inch device, and where I would still win the bet. Where I would still win the bet.
No. Just if a smartphone is 6 inches long, is that yeah, fine, you would still win. We'll see. 5 years from now.
We'll see. The bigger the smartphone, the more you're compensating, right?
All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to us all the way up to this point. We hope you enjoyed this video.
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling excited for more episodes. And again, thank you to everybody who's here. And I just God bless everybody. Like,
and thank you so much, guys. On that note, we are.
Wait, I have an idea. I have an idea before to conclude this episode. So you know how we are split screen, right? Let's turn to each other and fist bump each other.
Okay.
In theory, I'm supposed to be turning this way.
Right?
Yeah. So, which means...
Wait, no, you... okay.
I don't know if this... Okay, let's hope, okay? If not means people will just watch us do something donkey. But 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's fine. Did that work? I don't even know. We'll only find out in editing.